Good morning, good morning. Wishing you a wonderful Monday ahead and have a great week ahead as well. Three things that we will talk about. The Dow and S&P advanced 4 weeks in a row, China GDP numbers and the week ahead. The Dow and S&P 500 inched higher, set fresh records on Friday amid another volley of blue chip earnings and more signs of economic growth. The blue chip index was up 0.5%, its third straight day of gains. The S&P 500 was up 0.4%. The Nasdaq spent much of the day in the red but closed higher as well by 0.1%. It was only 0.3% below its February record. For the week, the Dow gained 1.2% while the S&P 500 rose 1.4%. Both have advanced 4 weeks in a row. The Nasdaq put in its third straight weekly gain, up 1.1%. The long steady rise of US equities this year is itself a sign that the march can continue, said a strategist from LPL Financial. Since 1950, when the S&P 500 was up between 5% and 10% in the first quarter, it was up for the next 3 quarters nearly 90% of the time, is what he said, with an average gain of about 12%. So the index has gained 5.8% in the first quarter. Morgan Stanley reported on Friday a better than expected profits thanks to a 29% annual increase in stock and bond trading revenue. But the bank shares traded down after it also disclosed a 911 million loss related to Archegos implosion last month, the biggest single firm meltdown since the financial crisis. Morgan Stanley was down about 2.8%. Bitcoin plunged the most in almost 7 weeks, falling as much as 15% to slip below 52,000 before having those losses. The dip comes just days after it reached a new record, just shy of 65,000 on the heels of Coinbase going public. Ether, the second largest token, dropped almost 18% before recovering. Several online reports attributed the plunge to speculation the US Treasury may crack down on money laundering that's carried out through digital assets. The department declined to comment. This is according to Bloomberg. On to some macro data. China reported record year-on-year growth of 18.3% in the first 3 months of 2021. But the more telling figure might be the economy's 0.6% expansion compared with the quarter before. A historically sluggish pace that suggests momentum is slowing 1 year into China's coronavirus recovery. In the 12 months since its unofficial reopening, the world's second largest economy has defied expectations. The lockdown at Wuhan, the original center of the coronavirus, was lifted on the 8th of April last year. For much of 2020, the export sector led the way, with China factories churning out great volumes of medical protective equipment and work-from-home computer gear for the world in a lockdown. And as authorities stamped out the virus at home, consumers began gradually to spend again. The result was a full-year gross domestic product growth of about 2.3%, making China the only major economy in the world to expand in a pandemic-scarred 2020. Now, though, signs of waning momentum are starting to appear. The latest quarter-on-quarter GDP figure marks the slowest growth in the past decade, with the exception of the coronavirus hit first quarter of 2020, is what an economist at Capital Economics said. JP Morgan economists, pointing to that quarter-on-quarter number, lowered their full-year growth forecast to 9.3 from 9.5. Some other monthly economic indicators released Friday from Beijing also fell short of forecasts, slowing more sharply than expected. March industrial output was up 14.1% from a year earlier, down from 35.1% pace in Jan and Feb, and lower than forecast. Growth in fixed asset investments slowed as well to 25.6%. There were some bright spots though. Retail sales, longer laggard, was up about 34.2% in March from a year earlier, better than expected, and accelerated in a month-on-month basis as well. The week ahead, the ECB takes center stage on Thursday, and it's likely to keep its policy unchanged. Euro area flash PMI survey will be closely watched on Friday for more signs about how economies are faring. While global demand has picked up, tougher restrictions in Europe are holding back the recovery. US existing home sales for March is expected to ease on Thursday, though remain robust. The housing market has been the bright spot for the economy, but borrowing costs have been edging higher and inventory remains tight. Keeping with the Americas, the Bank of Canada is expected to start tightening its monetary policy on Wednesday and announce plans to pare back its purchases of government bonds. On to some corporate events. Apple's first product unveiling of the year, called Spring Loaded, will be streamed via its website on Tuesday. A new iPad Pro line, an accessory dubbed AirTags for tracking physical devices, and new iMac desktops may be introduced. Lots of earnings to look forward to this week. To break it down, on the finance front, we'll be looking at Blackstone, Nasdaq, and Ping An Bank. On the healthcare side, we'll be looking at Abbott Labs, Biogen, and Anthem. On the consumer side, we'll be looking at Chipotle, Coca-Cola, Philip Morris, and Kimberly-Clark. On the industrials front, Dow, Daimler, Volvo, Kia are some of the names that we'll be looking out for. On the tech side, IBM, Intel, and Netflix. On the oil front, we'll be looking out for Halliburton, Schlumberger, and Baker Hughes. Lastly, we'll be looking out for numbers from the US airlines as well. That's the update. Stay safe and healthy. Have a lovely week ahead, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.